good morning. Welcome to vlogmas day 6. Yes, always takes me a minute. I've just been to the gym and a little stroll to the beach because if you stay here I can hear the sea. Let me see if I can show you. They've got lots of trees and garden because there is a road at Gilly Beach, so you don't want to like have people able to look in, but you can see the sea and the coastal path. That's the coastal path there, and you can see the sea. And you may remember when we used to live closer to Falmouth, we used to go on that coastal path quite a lot with Roxy, and we used to come to this beach a lot with Roxy. I did just go to the gym and it was a really nice gym, much bigger than the usual hotel gyms, because I feel like they're usually a bit smaller because they have maybe like 1 or 2 of you in there and it feels quite cramped. But obviously I think that they are open to the public, so it's a much bigger gym. They had classes, so I feel like if you looked ahead of time you could book into a class. And they have a really large swimming pool in there too. So they have the swimming pool in the spa, the hydrothermal like experience, but they also have like a swimming pool at the gym that you could do lengths and get a workout, which is really great to have that option. So I might do a swim tomorrow instead of the gym, just because it's quite nice to try all the different stuff whilst you're staying here. Had a really lovely sleep, and I woke up and I couldn't open my suitcase. Had a mild panic because that's never happened before, and I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do, because I can't get my clothes. That's actually made me scarred in the sense that I'm from now on going to unpack my suitcase when I stay somewhere in case that does happen again, because it took us like quite a long time to try and get it open. We're going to go for breakfast now, try out what they've got, and then we have a lovely afternoon planned of lunch at Nourish, a hydrothermal experience. There's the sauna, the steam room, there's even there's steam rooms. There's saunas outside, those kind of like lodge saunas. They have like a whole thing, it's like a whole hydrothermal experience, because we did it once and it was really great. And the spa is lovely. I think it's definitely one of the better spas that I've used in Cornwall. Then I'm having a massage, and then we have dinner at the restaurant here. So I'm just so excited. I feel so lucky to have a day like this, like what a blessing. So I'm very much looking forward to today. Editing boy. Got back from breakfast. It was a yummy breakfast.
Huh? Gotcha.
I'm debating what to do now because Alex is doing a bit of editing of yesterday's video. I might do a bit of editing on my phone. And I said to Alex, I was like, what do I do? And he's like, just relax. You're on holiday. And it's so weird to be, because I'm like thinking, oh, it's vlogmas, I should be working. I've got loads of things to do. But because I've planned ahead, I know what I'm doing today, so I don't have to, like, I've deliberately planned ahead so I don't have to do anything. And we've got till 12 until lunch, so I could have a shower, I could have a bath, though I kind of want to have a bath later because it's a bit rainy. I don't know if it's going to stop raining. I'm not going to go to the pool because we've got that later on. I could read my book. What a luxury to like have nothing on the plan. Like, I could sit and do work, I could find work to do, but it probably would be a better idea just to enjoy this. I don't even need to get ready because we're going to the spa, so. Hello, so we're about to head out to go for lunch. We're going to go up to the sort of lounge bar area early because the internet's not working for some reason. And I need to upload vlogmas day 5, but I thought I'd show you my outfits. I've got my trousers, which were one of the best purchases I've made this year. I need more trousers this shape because I find them so comfortable and flattering. So like the kind of flared leg, I'm trying to learn what things suit my body type. And these were from M&S. I wonder if they still sell them because they're linen, so they may just be like a summer thing. But I'm kind of tempted to see if they've got like cotton ones or ones that are more suitable for winter, texture-wise. I've got my Vivea loafers on. Bit unsure about whether the white socks are a little Michael Jackson. Or am I overthinking that?
You're overthinking it.
Okay. Well, these are very comfy.
You can't really see them either.
No, so I've just got my little loafers on because they're comfy. And then my vintage cardigan that I got on Vinted. I did get it originally for Taylor Swift. I really recommend Vinted for woolly cardigans because this is like the best cardigan ever. And look at the buttons. I've got these lovely buttons. And you just wouldn't find something like this. I feel like in a shop nowadays. It's just made differently with the pockets. I love it. And I've just got a white t-shirt underneath. And we're gonna go and see what lunch has to offer and maybe do a bit of work in the lounge. I also want to dry my hair like this more. I never bother with this. I always just blow dry my hair and like use the air wrap, or I do the proper like wavy curly hair routine. So it's like curly or wavy. I never just let it dry naturally. So I've got wavy hair, but because it's fine, it tends to do this kind of not really there wave, but I actually kind of like it. So I should dry my hair like this more often. This is how I used to dry my hair. What do you think of my hair? You don't care, do you? You think it looks the same as always?
Prefer if it was blonde.
It's just not as like defined curls. It's not as wavy. It's kind of more on the kind of straight wavy side.
What about my trousers?
Very nice. You've got these in Vinted as well. They're Finisterre. And your shoes from Vinted. Yeah. And your jumper.
Oh yeah.
He like used, I had like £80 in my Vinted from selling a few things, and he used that to get some new clothes.
Inadvertent.
Yeah, but like that's such good quality. Like Finisterre. What's this one? Is this a wool jumper?
Jack Wills.
Jack Wills and
M&S.
then M&S shoes. So
yeah, these two have the tag on. They were £75.
yeah, not you didn't buy them £75.
No.
Okay, we're sitting down for lunch at Nourish, and it's actually really nice. I didn't know this. I didn't know that it was like this last time, but it's like a default plant-based menu. I had to ask them because we were unsure about the labels, but it's like default plant-based, and then it's labelled if it's not vegan, which is quite cool. I wonder if that should be the future. So like most of the menu is vegan, so if you live near here, or if you are travelling to Cornwall and in Falmouth, even if you're not staying here, this is a great place to come for lunch. I'm assuming you can book this for lunch if you're not staying.
Well, we ate lunch here one weekend for a spa day, didn't we?
Yeah, so that's really nice that it's like, I didn't know that.
I'm trying to speak louder.
Yeah.
Because I'm quite quiet.
He is a bit quiet.
Sorry.
But that's really good to know. I've got chocolate for my cappuccino on my lip. But I'm so excited for this. We've ordered a feast. Food has arrived. We've got roasted aubergine, focaccia with garlic confit. This is a cauliflower taco, a tofu Moroccan flatbread, shawarma and olives. This looks unbelievable. I'm tuning in mid-meal to say that this is unbelievable, this food. I'm saying I get so tired being vegan of the lazy food that I end up eating. At vegan restaurants too, I feel like a lot of the time it's quite lazy, and then the options that are vegan at restaurants, this is so good. Well, the best meal I've had in a really long time. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Like, it's so good. This cauliflower taco, heaven on earth. Back in the room before our hydrothermal spa experience, and I spoke to the chef because I was like, oh, it's so good, and he said that they're actually got a new menu coming next week, so like more wintry menu, and he was saying something about like potatoes with like roasted almonds, and he said, yeah, it's really nice to do like a plant-based menu, and he said because it can be difficult, people don't get it, they don't really understand, like when you make it vegan, you're like removing stuff. But yeah, it was nice to go here, and now I'm like, I need to come here for like birthdays and evening meals because Falmouth's not that far. So new favourite restaurant, honestly. And I've been wanting a restaurant like this because my favourite place to eat for lunch is a place called Sabzi. They have one in Truro, Falmouth, Newquay and Padstow now. So if you're in Cornwall in any of those places, I'd really recommend Sabzi because it's a similar vibe, like lots of very plant-based, just very wholesome, like salads, and just it's always a changing menu, and it's so delicious. This place was like it's different, but it's a similar kind of vibe. But yeah, they had the Moroccan flatbread, which was so delicious because it had couscous and had like sultanas, and it was really smoky and full of flavour. And then they had the focaccia with the garlic confit, which was so delicious. The focaccia was really good because sometimes you order focaccia at places and it's not good, don't you think?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Sometimes I'm quite disappointed. I'm like, this isn't really good focaccia. That was like good focaccia. Good. And then the olives were delicious. The aubergine was so nice. It had delicious like tomato sauce with almonds and like a kind of I'm trying to remember what's on the menu, but I'll insert a picture of the menu actually.
Yeah, we can take a picture later. Yeah,
I took one.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, and then the cauliflower tacos I think was the best out of all of them. That was unbelievably good. And we didn't even try. There's quite a few other things we didn't try, so I'm definitely gonna have to come back.
At the end, I thought, should I get the hummus flatbread? But I'm going swimming in a minute, so no.
Yeah. So if you live in Cornwall, or if you want to come here but not stay, but you want to go eat, Nourish is unreal. So good.
And you can park right there.
Yeah, I'm so pleased to know this is here now, because I've always had this conversation with Alex, probably not talked about it as much online, but I do have a gripe with the fact that vegan restaurants tend to be, I understand why, by the way, this is me I'm not criticising vegan restaurants, I understand why this happens, because vegan restaurants are obviously trying to cater to a wider, or like cater to everyone basically. They'll go for more like diner style food, like burgers, hot dogs, cheesy chips, maybe like brownies for pudding, like the kind of comfort food, which I totally understand why, because if you're going to go out to eat, that's kind of a bit fun, isn't it? Vegans don't get to have that, so I get why they go down that route.
Probably depends where you are in the country as well.
But I just feel like that's quite a common theme. Yeah. And then in London, you get all the variety, and you do have places like Mallow or Mildred's, and there's quite a few like vegetarian and vegan Asian restaurants now, which are really great. So you have more variety. But down here, a lot of the restaurants are very fish oriented.
Yeah.
And then if there's a vegan option,
you're lucky.
You're lucky, but it's quite basic. So it's like, St Ives could do with somewhere like this, because I feel like people would love it, because they had fish on the menu, they had meat on the menu, but it's a plant-based menu.
There used to be a vegetarian restaurant in St Ives. Maybe it was a bit before its time.
But I just think that I see the future as being restaurants like this, where they're plant-based, so you can order the fish, the catch of the day, or chicken or whatever. So it's not like it's void of meat, but there's just so many inventive vegetable side dishes, and that's what they're championing.
Silco in St Ives isn't really like that, but it has
Silco actually is kind of like that vibe. Yeah, they have great food in Silco.
One catch of the day fish, maybe one meat dish, and then a lot of other like plant-based dishes.
Yeah, I would recommend Silco, because some people do ask me about St Ives. Silco is probably the best place to eat.
I've 2 times I've been now. I've really
it's so good, and it's new. So my review is that's a very high review for me. It's very, very good. I didn't know about it.
I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
Everyone was laughing at Alex's taste test, saying that he said everything was a 9 out of 10.
I'm easy to please.
Yeah.
But this lunch was very, very good.
And I also love it when everything tastes different, because sometimes you order tapas and everything kind of tastes a bit similar. Yeah, I suppose I just have expectations now that like chefs would get what plant-based is, and like there'd be more. I just feel like it's quite lazy when people don't think of vegetables as like something to put time into, and that ends up annoying me, because obviously it is my job. I'm like, come on now, like it's 2024, like you need to understand how to cook vegetables. Like when you order like a roast dinner, or you order like a vegan meal, and it's like, this is just so boring. Like
when we went in Port Leven, and it was like boiled veg.
Yeah, so I had a roast dinner, and they said they apologised. The service was nice. They apologised because the parsnips, they said they hadn't made the vegan option because it was further in the day or something. So they gave me extra gravy and stuff, and a free drink. But it wasn't a roast, because it was boiled vegetables, and the Wellington was really delicious. But the rest of the meal, I was like, well, this isn't a roast dinner. Whereas we've been to one, what was it, the Ferry Boat Inn?
Yep.
That was an amazing vegan roast, because they'd taken the time to make each part of the meal, like the carrots, the broccoli, I think it was broccoli, the cabbage, all the vegetable dishes. They'd taken the time to flavour them and make them delicious as like side dishes, and then obviously it all comes together, because they're thinking, right, there's going to be a variety of people. Obviously lots of people are going to come for a roast, but some people might come who are vegetarian or vegan, and people love vegetables. People who probably all of you watching,
the majority of a roast is
vegetables.
So you've got to be good at doing that. Really.
And I feel like lots of you watching, I know lots of you watching aren't vegan or vegetarian, but I know loads of you love vegetables. I don't think it's the case that people who are meat eaters don't like vegetables or don't like those extras to have effort put into them. I feel like lots of you probably, your vibe might be more like this kind of vibe, where you want to eat kind of plant-based, where you want the option for, like, that's the way I think things are moving forward. Like people love kind of like flexitarian food. And I think that people need to catch up a bit. Restaurants need to catch up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you
Come
go out
on.
to eat with family and friends, it can be frustrating because people are like, they're thinking, oh, where should we eat? Have we tried this place? Is it any good? And they're looking at menus, and then you just have to kind of be like, okay, that's fine as long as it's got one thing vegan. So you have to go to a restaurant that's just got one thing that you don't even get to pick.
You don't have the choice. It's picked for you.
And then it's like a really average because they haven't considered the vegan option. It's like a really quite a boring meal, and then you have to pay the same amount of money as everybody else. Often, because either you split the bill or like they just are the same price, and you feel a bit disappointed. Which again, by the way, I'm not complaining because I understand that's part of being vegan. We're not living in a vegan world. I've made that choice to do that, and that's my choice to do that, and you know, I'm fine with it. But it does feel nice when places are more forward thinking about it. And I get that like not all places have to have vegan options. They're probably just not the place that you go if you're vegan, but that can be more challenging if you're going out to eat with friends and family.
Yeah.
So that was a very long-winded review, but safe to say we're very happy.
What do you want?
So outside they've got sauna, cold plunge, jacuzzi, and then if it wasn't raining, obviously in the summer you could sit out. There's lots of little lounge areas to sit. No, it's dripping a little bit. Whoa! Well done. I've got that red-faced, oh gosh, the lights. I'm like post-massage, spa day, sleepy face. Rosy cheeks. Alex is having a little snooze. Had a lovely massage, feel very, very relaxed. The massage was wonderful. So was the spa. They have very cool stuff here. They've got like Cornish salt steam rooms. I don't like steam rooms, I don't use them, but Alex said he really liked those. They've got like ice buckets that you can dunk on your head. There's the pool with all the there's like seats that you can sit on, and it massages your whole body with jets. And there's a sauna inside, a sauna outside, a ice plunge outside, a jacuzzi. Just lovely. We're gonna get ready for dinner now. But I'm like so relaxed. You feel this relax, and like I don't want to put makeup on because I feel so fresh, and then I also feel like I should get dressed and go out because it's something we don't do very often. But I'll see how I feel. Outfit of the evening. I've got my Nobody's Child dress, which I have in red as well, and is fast becoming one of the best dresses, or two of the best dresses I've ever bought, because I get so much wear out of them. And I also have it in navy in a different fabric. This is the cord one. So this is in a velvet cord, and it's got the full length or 3/4 length sleeves and kind of puffy sleeves. I've also got it in red, exactly the same, and I've also got it in navy with shorter sleeves. And something about this dress in particular, I think it's their kind of signature dress. They have it across their website in loads of different fabrics and sleeve lengths and materials. Obviously it's popular because I think it just flatters every woman's body, and it's such a girly dress. There's so much fabric. I was going to wear tights. Alex tells me that the loafers look cute without tights.
I never said that. I said they don't look bad without tights, which is what you asked me.
Do they look right?
I think so.
Or will they look better with tight? I can't, but basically I can't tell because there's no full length mirror, so I may have to watch this video back. Are you taking a picture? That's risky, that.
What?
Taking a photo.
Why?
Because I could hate the photo.
Yeah, but it's like...
Yeah, no, they look fine. The photo's a bit strange.
15 centimetres of leg.
But these are my little Vivea loafers. Can you see them? I'll show you them. They're my little Vivea penny loafers that are super comfy because they aren't leather, they're fabric. So they look like loafers, but they feel like slippers. Put on some quick makeup with a red lip, my Bare Minerals Energy. I think this is a little orange for me. It's more of a kind of summery lipstick, but I don't know where my more purpley undertoned one is, so this kind of works with the green though, and I Dyson Airwrapped my hair, which, to be honest, it's already falling out. When my hair was shorter, the Airwrap was amazing, like when my hair was more shoulder length, I loved it, but ever since my hair's gone past here, it just ends up kind of, I mean, it looks fine, but I'm better off getting a curling wand because it just doesn't stay, and I bet by the time I come home it will be just a poofy mess.
Well, do you think this shirt, because I've realised I don't wear this on its own, because when you do that...
It's too small, honey.